This is a custom Metalfab pumper built for the Hoyt Fire Department on the local service district specifications of the province of New Brunswick. Here we have a 2010 Freightliner M2 106. It has a Cummins ISC 330 horsepower engine along with an Allison 3000 EVS transmission. On the hood there is a Visibeam remote control spotlight, control from the officer's position. There is reflective striping installed on the front bumper to meet ULC requirements. The Federal siren speaker is installed in the front bumper. The chassis steps, there's deck plate have been installed for extra protection. The light package is a Federal LED light package. The lettering has been done to meet Hoyt's Fire Department specifications. Inside the cab there is seating for 5 firefighters, 4 SCBA seats and 1 air operator driver seat. The body is a 1200 imperial gallon tank along with a Hale 1250 imperial gallon per minute pump. On the pump house there is a set of extendable lights on each side. They are 12 volt operated, 300 watt capacity. There is roll up doors on each side from AM door. On the pump panel there is a Foam Pro 2001 dual tank system with dual 20 gallon imperial tanks. There is a Class 1 pressure governor along with an N43 engine monitor system. There are 2 6-inch suctions which are controlled manually through manual intake valves built into the pump, and there is a 4-inch rear suction with a 6-inch fitting, again controlled with a manual master intake valve. On the pump panel there are the connections for the Small battery conditioner along with a 110 volt auto eject connection and air auto eject connection. There is an air outlet that is plumbed to the chassis air tanks. On the body and the rear fender wells there are 2 SCBA bottle tubes on each side in the rear fender wells. The hose bed tarp will be held in place with shock cords. On the back of the unit there are 2 beaver tails along with fire extinguisher holders behind the Wayland 64 LED turn brake backup light module. On the back of the truck we see the reflective chevrons, and there is a slot inside the body that will house a 1500 imperial gallon porta tank made by Metalfab. The rear compartment is an inverted L compartment with 2 doors. There is a step on the back above the dump valve. The dump valve is a 10-inch Newton electrically controlled with a 36-inch extension. There is a rear suction mounted underneath the dump valve and 2 2.5 direct tank fills that are gated. And there are 2 2.5-inch discharges as well, 1 plumb for foam. In the hose bed we have 3 adjustable hose bed dividers. On the right side of the truck we have intermediate height compartments. The compartment over the rear wheel is a surface mounted aluminum door. The ladder rack is a Zyco ladder access system that is controlled from a control switch on the back portion of the body. On this Metalfab 2010 custom build pumper for Hoyt, New Brunswick, We have a Hale 1250 imperial gallon per minute pump. On the upper portion of the panel, on the right hand side, there are the controls for the Foam Pro 2001 system. It's a dual tank system, therefore there is a manual lever to select tank A or tank B. There is two foam gauges and a water level gauge at the top portion of the panel. There are all of the discharge and intake gauges are mounted at the upper portion of the panel. All of the controls are color coded for easier usability. And the bottom portion has two 2.5-inch discharge, one 6-inch suction, one 2.5-inch inlet, and the three controls for the master intake valves for each suction and the rear suction. The bottom portion of the panel houses all of the drains and the connections for the Kussmaul battery conditioner. There are steps mounted at the front portion of the body in order to access the upper portion where the two crosslays are located. There is a pistol grip nozzle holder mounted on each side of the pump house. At the top portion of the pump house there is a monitor plumbed and connected. The cover over the crosslays is going to be a tarp attached with shock cords. LED lighting illuminates the entire pump panel as well with the ground lights to meet ULC. In the first left side compartment, the batteries of the chassis are mounted at the bottom of the compartment. There is an access panel for the 12-volt electrical connection for all that houses all the relays for the 12-volt system, and there is a pull-out tray at the bottom and an adjustable shelf at the upper portion. On the high side compartment over the rear wheels, on the left side there is 4 SCBA brackets, and in the wheel wells there are 2 SCBA tubes and a federal LED flasher. The rear compartment houses a pull-out tray at the bottom and an adjustable shelf at the top. All compartments are lighted with LED lights. On the back portion of the truck, the rear compartment has an adjustable shelf at the upper portion. Like every other compartment, it is vented, and there are steps on each side of the body to access the hose bed. The hose bed houses a portable tank and 3 adjustable hose bed dividers. Underneath the T of the tank, there is suction hoses for 6-inch suction, 10 feet long, and there are 2 fire extinguisher holders on the outer edges of the body mounted on the back bumper along the beaver tail. The control for the dump valve is mounted on the back portion of the body. The dump valve is a 10-inch Newton dump and it has a 36-inch extension. The bottom portion of the back of the body has a 4-inch piping for rear suction. The fitting is a 6-inch fitting, and there is a gated tank fill on the bottom, as well with another gated tank fill in the middle portion on the other side. Underneath the right side fender top is storage for 2 pike poles that are included with the unit. On the right side here we see the Zyco ladder access system in the deployed position. There is a manual lock that has to be deployed before lowering the ladders. The compartments on the right hand side each have a pull-out tray at the bottom and a full depth adjustable shelf in each compartment. On the right side pump panel we have a 4-inch high vol discharge with a 2.5-inch discharge, a 2.5-inch inlet, a 6-inch inlet, which are all gated, and there is a foam refilling system from the pump panel to allow firefighters to reload the foam cells without gaining access to the top of the truck.